God is great. The final words of this purported peaceful protester in Bahrain, before he appears to be shot, allegedly by Bahraini security forces. Since martial law was declared this week, the Bahraini government has cracked down on pro-democracy protesters, clearing them out of Pearl Square where they've been demonstrating. And viral videos, though the details can't be confirmed, have been surfacing on the internet, appearing to show police shooting protesters point blank. It's reminiscent of another uprising against an autocrat.
I want to address the situation in Libya.
When images and reports of violence against protesters at Gaddafi's hands in Libya reached the U.S., we saw the president take a stand.
The violence must stop. Muammar Gaddafi has lost legitimacy to lead, and he must leave.
Early on, President Obama called for plans for a no-fly zone over Libya. Now here at the United Nations, the Security Council has since taken the lead on that. But meanwhile, the United States has already sent warships, along with humanitarian aid, in Libya's direction. It's levied tough economic sanctions on the country, essentially freezing it out of the U.S. banking system. And reports suggest the U.S. has also played a more covert role in the North African conflict.
An opposition that the CIA has funded for 30 years is right now holding the city of Benghazi.
According to people in direct contact with activists on the ground in Bahrain, they too are begging for help from the U.S.
They literally use the language of being rescued from their own government and from the Saudis. The people on the ground understand that the only place that leverage is going to come from is the United States.
The U.S. has a military base in the island country. The Navy's powerful Fifth Fleet and 6,000 troops are stationed there. And in response to the brutal crackdown, the U.S. president has wielded his authority to pick up the phone and call the King of Bahrain.
The president expressed his deep concern over the violence in Bahrain and stressed the need for maximum restraint.
Words the forces on the ground, now backed by 1,000 Saudi Arabian troops, don't appear to be listening to. Critics say the talk doesn't amount to any help for the Bahraini people. It amounts to this.
Absolutely, there's a double standard.
In the way the U.S. deals with friend versus foe. Unlike Libya, Bahrain is a strong U.S. ally in the oil-rich Persian Gulf.
It's all about oil. It's also all about geopolitical military strategy. The U.S. has a lot of military assets in the Persian Gulf right now, and we want to make sure they stay there.
U.S. interests coming at the cost of people's lives and at the cost of the values of human rights and democracy the U.S. claims to care so much about.
And somehow the Bahraini blood is worthless, and the Libyan blood is more important. It's just a hypocritical stand that goes against everything we believe in this country.
You're looking at American Apache helicopter gunships, attacking unarmed protesters in the capital, Bahrain. That is where the United States stands on the issue.
Tacitly behind autocrats or against them, depending on the threat to U.S. interests, not to lives. Lauren Lister, RT, New York.